Ready to make some money?
Yeah.
No! Both of you. Bloody morons!
What?
Shut it! I could... What do we even bother? You bloody retard! You know the shit I've gone through in the last couple of days? No! Because you're fucking idiots! Because of you, I have got nothing! You make me sick.
I settled my score with Shanks.
No, Lynch! You prick! You lost a cheap charge! You settled bugger all! Just throw them on the dump when you're done.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days. This is Mission 7, The Deal. And as you can quite plainly see, the deal has gone a bit south. Yeah, for some reason, Glazer has lost everything due to our succeeding at living, I should say. And he's decided yet again that we should be killed. And I'm honestly surprised that neither Kane nor Lynch picked up on this from the previous time he tried to kill us. But yeah, I'm still Niggeroth, obviously. And Fadaku's not with me today. Had a bit of a life to live, I suppose. And I wish I could say this level is horribly interesting. It's not. It's a really obvious filler level with nothing too different going on. Oh, there'll be something different going on later, but we'll see that when we reach that bridge. For right now, though, we're actually with very limited ammunition and a lot of guys, you know, trying to attack us. There's a few points of ammunition around here, mostly to get the, I think it's pronounced Zustava, kind of an offshoot of the Kalashnikov or AK-47, which is obviously a bit more powerful, but we don't have that option right now. We have a Desert Eagle and Zustava. Thankfully, though, they give us plenty of explosive acetylene tanks sitting around, and we can use those to our advantage, even though I'm not doing the best job here. And we obviously had to catch up with Glazer, who's performed the rather commonplace mistake of most villains, and he's left us in the hands of his very capable British/Irish thugs, while he's run off to safety. Even though, from what he was saying, there doesn't seem to be much safety left for him. Shanxi has apparently bankrupted him and taken all of his ill-gotten gain or land or whatever the fuck he has. We actually never get a good idea of how much power Glazer actually has. You know, if he's dealing with Kane and Lynch, it can only be assumed he's kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel. But, I mean, even though he's lost everything, he's still got that wicked awesome Bluetooth, so that's still something. And, yeah, I kind of got taken out there. Wasn't paying attention. But, yeah. Well, I guess another thing that kind of sits in the back of my mind is whether or not that Bluetooth's even attached to anything. I mean, could be. Or he could just be talking to himself. I normally get confused whenever people are talking in one of those really small Bluetooths. I'm not really sure if they're talking to me or talking to nobody or if they're talking on the phone. But, you know, it's progress. Speaking of progress, something that I actually didn't realize the first time I was playing through this level, mostly because I was trying to get through it as quickly as humanly possible, was if you look over to the right here, you see kind of a large cylindrical shape, and you're not really sure what that is. Well, that's a blimp. And these are some dead guys. And I don't know why Lynch, you know, calls whoever killed them animals. He's been shooting at civilians this entire game. But yeah, going back to the blimps, not actually sure if Shanghai is known for blimp manufacturing, but blimps, yeah. And otherwise, it's just kind of a normal hangar, I suppose. Outside the blimps, I guess they could have built, I don't know, hovercrafts here. Maybe hovercrafts are more popular in China. I really don't even know what the blimp market is anymore, outside of stadiums, sporting events. But that's neither here nor there. As you know, we're getting closer and closer to Glazer. While we have a second, you might notice that we're not naked anymore. And that's probably for the best, even though I think these are just clothes they got out of a dumpster, and I don't really think that's going to do too well for the open wounds that I'm sure are still just covering their bodies. But we can kind of see that Lynch here is dressed in what appears to be a, I don't know if it would be a bicentennial. I'm not sure how long Australia has been around. It's some celebratory sweatshirt for Australia. As far as I can tell, it's kind of hard to tell. And Kane is just, you know, dressed for the beach, even though he's obviously bleeding through the back of his shirt.
Lynch, we can talk. Done talking. Come on. I had no choice. You'd have done the same thing. Look, I'll tell Shangsy.
Too late.
You can leave the country. Wait.
Hear him out.
I got a plane.
What the hell?
So yeah, that's another of the very, very few characters in the game that's it's been killed. And he has been killed by our next new enemy type, the army. At least I assume them to be the army. They're, you know, they're dressed in fatigues, and they obviously come with much better weapons, such as this little number here. I want to say it's the Norinco QBU, or it might be QBW. Either way, it's a much more deadly and accurate and all-around better machine gun. The Norinco name has actually popped up quite a few times in this game, and having looked up some information about it, I guess they're basically the Smith & Wesson, or pretty much the main gun producers in China. And most of these weapons that the army fatigue-wearing gentlemen are sporting are actually weapons from the China's People's Army, which is basically, you know, the Chinese army. And that was a pretty good shot right there. But yeah, this upgraded machine gun, which I'm not actually using yet, just because I want to spend all the bullets for this wonderful, I think it's called an AKM. It's, you know, it's a Kalashnikov, basically. But we'll be seeing that that Norinco machine gun in just a second here. Now the army enemies are they have a bit more health. They actually have some body armor. You can't really tell. But if you start shooting them in the chest or something, they will take a few more hits than your average goon. Still, a headshot will take them down pretty easily. I'm not even sure what Fataku was trying to do there, but he did it, and that's what matters. He succeeded. But yeah, so apparently Shaanxi not only has access to, you know, the SWAT, the police, but he also has some paramilitary force, apparently. And can only assume what other things he's going to be willing to throw at us. It seems quite a bit of effort, though, just to take out two guys, even though they are quasi-immortal, apparently. That's gotta be scary, though. 2 quasi-immortal sociopaths just running amok. I mean, I don't even know what Glazer was trying to do with just, you know, sending like 10 guys at us. He could have just like sent us somewhere and then had the place, you know, blow up or something. He didn't actually need to be there. But, you know, common sense, not really the cornerstone of this game. Had some guys rappel in. That's honestly one of the few set pieces of this level. Most of this level has just been go into an area, guys pop out, go into another area, guys pop out. It's not too amazing, but yeah, we actually have another new weapon here, which is the sniper rifle, which is another Norinco weapon. It's your standard sniper rifle. There's no scoped view, which is it's not a horrible drawback. It does reasonably good damage. About 1 or 2 shots in the chest will kill somebody, and obviously a headshot will just immediately kill someone. And this area is kind of a death trap. If you rush forward, you're basically just going to be shot to pieces, as most if not all of the army forces are now wielding the much more efficient Norinco machine guns, and they will just rip you apart. Especially the few random ones actually have sniper rifles. They don't feel like telling you anymore that they have sniper rifles, but they're there, and they will kill you fairly quickly. But yeah, we actually ran out of sniper rifle bullets. They don't really ever give you that many, so, you know, don't ever pick up a sniper rifle. And we have another kind of a side grade. It's basically another Norinco machine gun. It's got a bit of a longer barrel and Nissan shipping. I assume that's what it says. I don't know who would ship in a Zeppelin, or maybe it's a boat. A boat would make more sense. But yeah, decided to speed it up a bit here just because this. We'll get as I move further into this room, you'll get a bit more of an idea about how large and full this particular room is. But yeah, on initially playing this particular stage, you're more than likely gonna die just because you don't really have a good idea about how many guys are going to be showing up into this room. And that was Fataku. That's what almost killed me there. But yeah, there's a lot of guys, and they all are very accurate, and there's just not enough cover. So unless you have a good idea about some good places to hide and just duck down and kind of take some pot shots at them, this room is definitely a pain in the ass. Unless the guys just come up and try to say hi to you. But yeah, I guess it would make more sense that this is a boat. Thinking about it more, I'm like, who would ship in a blimp? I'm like, oh, but people would ship in a boat. And, I mean, a boat is basically like a sea blimp, right? But yeah, that's actually the end of the stage. I'm going to quit rambling here about blimps and boats being the same. But hopefully you'll join me next time for more Kane and Lynch 2. This has been Niggeroth, and I'll see you later.